Good morning, students. Today's our chapter is units and measurement. This is the second chapter of class 11 physics. So in this chapter we have to study about units and measurement. So first of all we write here what we have to study in this chapter. Unit. In unit we have to study the base unit and derived unit. We have to study the base unit and derived unit, and the system of unit, in which we have to study basically SI system, which is international system of unit. After that we have to study the measurement. What is measurement? So in measurement we have to measure the physical quantity, basically length, mass and time, which is also known as base quantity. So these are the things which we have to study in this chapter, units and measurement. So if we will start from some question, that is, what is measurement, how we can measure it. So measurement of any physical quantity means measurement of length. Measurement of length means how is the distance of moon from earth, how much distance of a bus stand from our house. Such type of length we have to measure in this chapter. So for the measurement of physical quantity, first of all we come to the point that measurement. So measurement, what is the need of measurement? First of all we have to know about what is the need of measurement, why measurement is necessary. So to explain it, for example, if we consider someone is saying that this blackboard length from this end to this end is 2 meter, and someone is saying like, no, it is about 2.5 meter. So which one is speaking true? Only if we say this is 2 meter and another person say that is 2.5 meter, so which one is correct? So for the correct measurement we have to study about measurement to satisfy both the person that which one is true. So measurement is required. So in this way we can understand many things. There must be a measurement so that both the person will be satisfied. Hence the measurement, first of all we see that how people measure of a physical quantity in ancient time. In ancient time, how people measure of a given physical quantity. Physical quantity means a quantity which can be measured is termed as physical quantity. So first of all we see that ancient time, how people measure a given length or given mass or time in that time. So in ancient time, people generally use their body parts for the measurement of length. So how they use their body parts we will study one by one. In ancient time people use their body parts to measure a particular length. So what type of body parts they use? For example, they use a term which is known as one span. It is known as one span. What is the one span? What is the length it can tells. So if we take our sum, the distance from this point to this point is known as one span. The distance from this end to this end is known as one span. So we can measure a given length in terms of span. For example, if we measure it, how much span? So I will measure it. This is one span from this end to this end, and this is another two span. So the length of this object will be two span according to ancient time. Similarly, some other body parts are used for the measurement of length, like 1 cubit, a particular length which is known as 1 cubit. So what is 1 cubit? So if we take the distance from this point to this point to this point, then it is known as 1 cubit. So if we measure it, so I think it is approximately 1 cubit or something less than 1 cubit. So the length can be measured in terms of cubit also. Any distance may be 2 cubit or 3 cubit or 5 cubit. Generally people use this length for measurement of. So 1 cubit and 1 span, these are the lengths for the measurement. Similarly, people also use this symbol for 1 foot. So distance from this point to this point is known as 1 foot. So we can also measure a particular length in terms of foot from this end to this end. Here from this end to this is 1 foot. So in terms of foot also we can measure 1 foot. The length can also be measured in terms of foot. So what are types? 1 span, 1 cubit, 1 foot, or we can also use 4 finger to measure a particular length. For example, if the distance is less than 1 span, then we can use our 4 finger for the measurement of length. Like this chalk is greater than 4 finger, its length is more than 4 finger. Or we can measure other length, other object length like this, 1 4-finger, 2 4-finger, 3 4-finger, greater than 3 4-finger, this length also. So similarly, the length is less than 1 span, so we can measure in 4 finger. If the length is greater than 1 span, though we can measure in cubit, we can also measure in foot. Similarly, the distance covered by a person in one step, if a person is traveling, then the distance covered by person in one step is known as pace, which is called one pace. Distance covered by a person in one step is called pace. So a person can measure the length from this end to this end. So he can travel from this end to this end, and then he can tell how much pace. So in terms of length, he can tell 10 pace or 11 pace. So we can also measure the particular length in terms of pace. And what is pace? The distance travelled by a person in one step is called pace. So basically these are the terms which are used in ancient times for the measurement of length. So we can measure any length in terms of the given terms: span, cubit, foot, pace. But here we say that, you can see that these terms are variable. These terms are variable from one person to another person. Some person has 1 cubit length and some person has 1 cubit length, differ from each other. So there is a problem arises if we use these terms. Means these are the variables, these changes from person to person. So this will not be a exact measurement. It cannot give the exact measurement of a particular length. So we have to use some new terms for the measurement of length. So in this chapter we will have to study some modern terms for the measurement of length. In this chapter we have to study some new terms for the measurement of length. So in this way we have studied what is need of measurement and what are the terms used in ancient times for the measurement of length. So these are the name given: 1 span, 1 cubit, 1 foot and 1 pace. After that we have to study in modern time. We have to study the measurement of length. So in modern time we have some system of units which we have to use for the measurement of length. In this chapter we will study how can we measure the length of a given tower which is at a particular distance from me, or we can measure the height of a given building, or we can measure the distance of moon from earth, which is the largest distance. Similarly, there are other some largest distance from earth to stars, and we can also measure the smallest distance like size of the atom. So we will study one by one. After that we are going to study physical quantity. How many type of physical quantity exist? So physical quantity which we have to measure in this chapter. Physical quantity. Physical quantity means a quantity which can be measured is called physical quantity. So there are large number of physical quantity in which some are base quantity and some are derived quantity. So if we take some example of physical quantity like length, mass, time, force, pressure, density, speed, they are known as physical quantity. So we will study in this chapter physical quantity. So if we write expression for a given physical quantity like Q equal to N into U. This is the expression for to write a physical quantity. So here Q is a physical quantity where our N is magnitude of physical quantity. Magnitude of physical quantity. Magnitude of physical quantity means how much value it contains, and U represent unit. So Q is any physical quantity can be written in terms of their magnitude and unit. Then this physical quantity will be completed. Neither it will be incomplete. For example, if we write a physical quantity length, and it will be 3 meter, then it will be completed because it has magnitude and it has unit both. So this is the complete measurement of length. But if we write only 3, then it will be incomplete measurement. So in this way, with the help of this example, we can see that any physical quantity will be completed if and only if it has magnitude as well as it has unit, then this physical quantity has complete measurement. So in this way, Q equal to N is a general expression for to represent a physical quantity. So we can also write in terms of other form, like if Q equal to N1 U1, a physical quantity is written in a unit, like let us suppose U1. A physical quantity is written in unit like N1. What is unit is N1. Similarly, this physical quantity can also be written in terms of other unit, like it is Q equal to N1 in unit 1. In unit 1. Similarly, in other unit, we can write like in unit 2, it can be written as N2 U2. So same physical quantity is written here in unit 1 N1 U1 and in unit 2 N2 U2. So we can write this is also Q equal to and this is also Q equal to. So we can write N1 U1 is equal to N2 U2. Means both physical quantity will be equal, which is in different unit. So we can also write in general form Nu equal to constant, means the product of magnitude of physical quantity and its unit will always be constant. It means that if we increase the numerical digit, that is magnitude, then the unit decreases. For example, if we write 1 meter, this is magnitude and this is the unit, and this can also be written as 100 centimeter. Here we have increased the numerical value, so its unit decreases, and this can also be written as 1000 millimeter. Here we have increased the numerical value, so its unit decreases. So the product of these things means if any one is increases, then other will be decreases, and a given length can be written as in terms of this quantity. So here we can write down these things. Given physical quantity can be written as in different unit, and we have to study this unit. What are the units in that time and what are the units in some times before. So this is all about physical quantity. Now we have to study what is system of unit and what is unit. First of all, we study what is unit. The standard which is used for measurement is known as unit. For any measurement, we have to decide a standard, and that standard is known as unit. For example, that standard is, if we consider 1 meter, the standard for measurement, if we consider 1 meter, that is specific length, 1 meter. So, if we consider specific length, that is the standard length 1 meter, then the other length will be in terms of either multiple of this length or fraction of this length. That is, I want to say that the other length will be either multiple of this length or fraction of this length. For example, multiple of this length means 2 meter, 5 meter, 10 meter. These are the multiple of this length. And what will be the fraction of this length? Fraction means 1 by 2 meter, 1 by 4 meter. This will be the fraction of length 1 meter. So, we can see that the other length will be as large as distance of moon from earth. The other length, which is greater than specific length, will be as large as distance from moon to earth, or which we have to study in this chapter, as small as size of the atom, or molecule. So, this length will be okay. So, the length as small as size of the atom. So, we have to consider specific length, and the other length will be in terms of the given length. For example, here large distance, which I have to study in this chapter, or small length, it can also be studied in this chapter. So, after that we have to study the system of unit. What is system of unit? System of unit. So, system of units means the base unit and derived unit, if we take together, is called system of unit. Means the complete set of base unit and derived unit are called system of units. So, system of units, after that we have to study what type of system of units are used till 1970. Till 70, what type of system of units are used. So, after that we study different unit for measurement. Different unit for measurement. What are the different unit used till 1970 for the measurement? Basically, measurement of length, mass and time. This is also called base unit. So, for the measurement of base unit, there are basically three systems are used till 1970. So, till 1970, the base unit used for measurement is as follow. The base unit used for what measurement? For measurement of length, mass and time. For measurement of length, mass and time are as follow. What are the base unit we used till 1970? So the base unit used for measurement of length, mass and time are, one is known as CGS unit, other is MKS unit and FPS unit, which we will have to study one by one. So what are these terms? First one is known as CGS. This is the system of unit, that is centimeter, gram and second. The another system of unit which is used, FPS, which is also known as British unit. This is known as foot, pound, second. And third one is known as MKS, which is meter, kilogram, second. So CGS, MPS and MKS. This first term is used for length. For this first term denotes length in centimeter, in foot, in meter. The second term denote mass in gram, in pound, in kilogram. The third term denotes second, time. And in all these three unit, it is second. So it is the common unit in all the three. So till 1970, the base unit used for measurement are given as follow. For basically the measurement of length, mass and time. So if anyone will ask what is the unit of length in FPS system, so it will be foot. What is the unit of mass in CGS system? So it will be gram. So we will first of all study these things, three different system of units till 1970. After that we have to study the international system of unit which is used at that time for the measurement of any given physical quantity. So thank you.